Hey everyone, it's Joan. And I'm coming to you today to share something really interesting that I came up with as I was thinking about ways in which we are going through different processes in our lives to become more confident. And I'd like to share something with you right now that I developed to help illustrate it. It's a diagram on the process of becoming confident as a woman. I'd like to go over it with you right now. So it begins here at the bottom where it says getting to know yourself. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so that we can see more of it. Okay, here we go. Make this a little smaller here. Okay, good. That's better. Okay, great. So getting to know yourself is obviously the first part of moving into your life and understanding yourself and understanding your emotional experiences is a very important part of that. And that will be something that you will be dealing with for your entire life. You'll be experiencing different moments when you have certain reactions and certain emotional experiences, and you will be learning each time to understand yourself better. As you understand yourself better, the ability to access how you're feeling inside will grow, and your ability to increase your connection to your intuition will also expand, which is the next step, cultivating and accessing your intuition. Following that, as you move into new and unfamiliar situations, we all come to a point where we end up facing our fears. And it is in the process of facing our fears that we learn how to develop self-trust, trust in our abilities, trust in our desire to find a way to get beyond what is stopping us, and just in general, trusting that we can handle challenges as they present themselves in our lives. The next step is, and this is one of the harder ones, embracing the unknown. Embracing the unknown, learning to be bolder and more decisive, comes right after embracing the unknown. Now, embracing the unknown allows us to learn how to be with something unfamiliar, learning how to be okay with not knowing what it is, and learning how to figure out how to be in relationship with the unknown. As you are more familiar with and more comfortable and more confident with being with something that you don't know, it helps you to learn to be bolder and more decisive. As you continue along your path and have more and more experiences where you are more decisive and where you feel ready to take bolder action, you end up building upon what I call success experiences. You have experiences where things come up and there are challenges, and despite that, you figure out how to deal with it and you become successful at it. And in becoming successful at it, it helps to build on more decisiveness and becoming more confident. So the more decisions you make that create success experiences, the more action you take. In other words, in those decisions, the more success experiences you have, and the more you build your confidence. Why? Well, because when you're in a situation where you have a successful experience, part of the way in which you end up being able to have that experience is that you give yourself kind of a pat on the back and say, hey, listen, you know what? We had a similar situation. I had a similar situation like this before, and I was able to handle it and I came out okay. You did it before, you can do it again. So there's a level of being able to remind yourself and patting yourself on the back in the process, reminding yourself of your capabilities that you've shown in the past, and reminding yourself and encouraging yourself to take a chance and try again, because it's likely that since you were successful in the past, you'll be successful again now. Okay. In the process of moving through all these different steps as you develop as a human being, one of the things that's extremely important and valuable is creating satisfying relationships. And as we do that, we have more of an arena with people that we trust, that we like, that resonate with what we believe in and how we approach things, and with people that we can share our experiences. And in being able to do that, it helps us to really get clear on who we are and what we have to offer in the world, what we are here to do, what our purpose is, why we are here. Getting clearer on why we're here, why you're here, why I'm here, getting clearer on why you are here helps you to define what your personal purpose is, or what I call your personal spotlight. When you have a clear idea of what you might be meant to do here, and that can sometimes change throughout your life, nevertheless, it is at that point that you often go deeper into learning different practices and cultivating through those practices different personal inner qualities that really help strengthen your ability to become more confident and strengthen your ability to be more successful in your life. And here are those qualities. The first one is awareness. Throughout the process I've just described, there's lots and lots of experiences and examples in those experiences of cultivating awareness. Over time, as you become more familiar with yourself, you are likely to be able to tap into that awareness more easily. When you get to the point where you are coming up with the idea how to define what your purpose is, how to define that personal spotlight of yours, your ability to connect with your intuition and have that awareness is deeper. So we focus on inviting that deeper level of awareness. As we invite a deeper level of awareness, it helps us to enhance our insight, enhance our understanding of what's going on inside of us and how it feels to have that going on inside of us. In the practice of growing through different obstacles and adversity in our life, we invariably come up against some real challenges that may feel overwhelming, that we may not know how to handle. And so in those moments, it's extremely important to be able to practice patience with yourself, being kind, being compassionate, and being patient. Why? Patience allows us to create a lot of space and understanding and permission to be who you are. And when you're struggling with difficulties that you don't know how to handle or don't know how to resolve, if you give yourself permission through patience to just be who you are and be where you are in the moment, it helps you to settle and let go of some of the stress that you hold around not liking the fact that you're in a situation where you feel stuck. So that's why patience is so important. I mentioned it a minute ago, but I want to go back to it. The other thing that's extremely important is that when you are dealing with challenges, especially when you're dealing with challenges, being able to embody compassion within the way you treat yourself and the way you treat others is extremely essential. Why? Well, when we're struggling, and women so frequently do just the opposite, when we're struggling, if we are to be able to get through it, we need to have support from others and support from ourselves. So often women, when they're struggling and they're having difficulty doing something, instead of supporting themselves, they get down on themselves, they become angry with themselves, and they blame themselves. which is such a shame. They blame themselves for not being able to handle a situation or for it not going well. And the truth is, you know what? Nobody's perfect. Sometimes we make mistakes, and sometimes things just don't work out of no fault of our own. And it's important as a result of that to be able to say to yourself, you know what? I'm not happy about how this turned out, but I'm going to try my best to be nice to myself, to be kind to myself, because when I treat myself better, I can get past things more easily. And when I treat myself better, I can forgive myself for not being perfect and let go of it so that I can move on to the next great thing that I'm meant to do. When you combine deepening the awareness with enhancing insight, practicing patience, embodying compassion, we cultivate love for ourselves. We cultivate love for ourselves, which is really, really important. So in the process of this journey from getting to know yourself to finding your personal spotlight and building these personal practices that end up cultivating these really high levels of personal qualities, there are many different stepping stones along the way. I'm going to ask you now to take a few minutes and sit quietly in front of the diagram and allow your eyes to gently scan from one area to another and see where your eyes fall. What are you drawn to? Why do you think you're drawn there? Could it be that that particular area is highlighting something you've been struggling with? Could it be that that particular area is something you've successfully been handling and you feel really proud of yourself? Is it an area in the middle, one of the pink practices, pink qualities, that you have a very strong base in, that you're particularly good at? Or are one of them, more than one of them, areas you want to focus your attention to be able to develop and strengthen? As I said, take a few minutes, and if you like, you can use a timer to set and then just sit with this and allow yourself to notice what you're aware of and notice what feels relevant to you, what feels meaningful to you, where your eyes fall in the diagram. And when you're done, come out of this meditation on these different qualities and steps in the process of becoming a confident woman. Take a pad and a pen and just write down some of your ideas, some of your thoughts. What is it that you are aware of from having done this exercise? Really give yourself some time to think about this and write it down. Invite yourself into the silence and breathe it in. At this point in the tape, I'm going to ask you to just stop this for a moment and do the experience. And then turn this video back on again when you're done. And now I'd like to share something else with you, something really near and dear to my heart. In 2 weeks from today, I will be launching my program called the Women's Confidence Generator. In this program, we'll be getting together every week for 10 weeks from February 9th till April 13th. It's on Wednesday evenings from 6:30 till 8 o'clock. The program includes 15 hours of natural conversation about meaningful ideas that build open-hearted connection and help to elevate your level of confidence, which is the idea. Each woman who comes to the program understands she's there to listen and learn, share her story, and know that the people who are there will encourage her and support her and cheer her on. In a manner of great respect and concern for the well-being of everyone in the group. This is a course. It's also a study group and a transformational experience. And it's offered in a warm, welcoming community of women. I have made it my business to create this program from having many decades of experience running and creating programs. I have made it my business to ensure that this program is emotionally safe and nurturing, and that the environment invites and encourages vulnerability, because conscious listening and treating each other with respect are top priorities. This program will help you to open to your potential so you become more of who you want to be, more motivated, confident, and strong. So if you want to harness the power of possibility and transform it into a life-changing experience that will uplift and nourish you and set you on an amazing course for transformational change, join me and become part of the Women's Confidence Generator. Look below in this message and you will find the link to the program page where you can register. Registration is open now and discounts are available for anyone registering by Monday, and you can save 20% if you register in full. The program is normally $1,000 for 10 weeks, and because I am very excited about sharing this and want to give people as much access as possible, I'm offering 2 discount options. The first one is that you save $200 if you register by Monday. So it's $800 if you pay in full. The second option, to make it easier for everybody who wants to join, is a 4-payment plan option. And it's $220 every 3 weeks. You will be sent a reminder and asked to pay. There will be no interest on it at all. It's coming through PayPal, so you can pay through any major credit card at all. And you'll be able to join us. You will save $120. Here are some of the modules that are included. Let's say here are the modules that are included. The first one is on confidence from a woman's perspective. Then we'll talk about possibilities that confidence creates. Module 3 is on the challenges that come up and that interfere with your confidence in the world. Then we'll talk about the blocks to your confidence that are within yourself. And the next session will be on common fears about showing up and speaking up. What are they? And what are you dealing with related to that? And how can we help you clear away those obstacles? Module 6 is about believing in yourself and envisioning your potential. Module 7 is on lessons for becoming fully self-expressed. And Module 8 is tapping into the power to manifest in your life, when we will talk about the areas you want to focus more extensively on to build more confidence and create positive change. If you're interested in learning more and would like to talk with me before making a decision, I am happy to speak with you. In the message below, you will see my Calendly link. You can contact, you can schedule an appointment through Calendly, at which point we'll set up a time for us to meet, and then we can talk about it and I'll answer any questions you have. I know without a doubt from the experience that other women have had in this program, it is a life-changing opportunity. And I'm not saying that lightly. There are things you can potentially do within a couple of months that you might not have been able to do, or decisions you will be able to make, skills you will learn and you will be able to put into effect in that short a time because of the level of connection you will find and safety and support you will get within this program. And in addition, as part of each session, when we're having group conversations, I will be offering laser coaching, and everyone will have an opportunity to get some laser coaching around what it is that they're dealing with, to help unpack it, to help separate things out and figure out what would help you. And that's a very powerful process that can really expedite things and make things happen more quickly. Anyway, I thank you so much for your time. I'm so excited to take the next step. Hopefully you'll take it with me. And by the way, for those of you that aren't ready for this yet, we will still be having classes, and I'm working on developing an online community going forward. But you know what? If you were moved by anything I said, and if you feel there's some place in your life that you are stuck and you want to get past it, trust me when I say this will be a great way to do it. I do hope that you decide to join me. And if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. Take good care, and thank you so very much for your time. Be well, and I'll speak with you.